So this is a golfing-related innovation. It's golf meets technology, and we're lucky to have one of the leaders in this space, who was a Chicago Innovation Award winner last year, the co-founder and chief operating officer of Swingbyte, Nathan Wykovich, who Swingbyte is a motion analytics company, released its first product in 2012. It's a digital mobile swing analyzer for golfers. So take it away.
Thank you, Nurse Luke. So as Luke mentioned, we are a motion analytics company that we started in golf. So today, we make a small sensor that a golfer can put on any club in their bag, driver through putter. As soon as they hit a shot, they get a 3D simulation of their swing and all their data points right onto their smartphone or tablet. Now all that information is uploaded to the cloud so it can be shared with an instructor or a friend, or for you to look at later when you're back at home. We retail our product for $169, and then we give away the app for free. So recently-ish, we entered into a partnership with Cleveland Golf. Cleveland makes golf clubs, and they specialize really in wedges. Now, for those of you who don't play a lot of golf or know a lot about golf, a golfer has 14 clubs in their bag, and about 3 or 4 of them are wedges. They use them basically as they get closer to the hole before they use their putter. Now, what Cleveland wanted to do is take a pretty technical product and make it very simple to fit into a golfer's swing. So to get the right bounce and grind for a golfer can actually be a pretty subjective process. But by using our technology, we were able to build for them a wedge fitting app that essentially allows a retail employee on their first day of work to fit a golfer into the right club for their game. What Cleveland has done with this is they've taken it and basically created a display with a club that has a Swingbyte on it, allows us to put some literature in there as well, and they've distributed this to hundreds of their retail locations, basically enabling those centers to fit customers with their wedges. Now, this is an incredible opportunity for us, not only because they're also selling Swingbytes in along with these displays, but our product is very experiential. I've described to you what we do, and I'm sure some of you think, oh, that's pretty cool. But when I can actually show someone what we do and show their swing in 3D, it's a totally different experience. Now, unfortunately, myself and the other Swingbyte team members aren't going to be with every one of these pop displays. We are relying on retail employees at the Golfsmiths and PGA Tour superstores of the world to push our product, which in and itself is a challenge. So basically what our opportunity is how do we take this footprint that we have, this ability for golfers to actually experience our product, how do we leverage all of that with our wedge fitting app and actually push sell-through through this channel? Thank you.
Okay, so I had the distinct honor of being the physician for this patient here. I took my job very seriously, as you know. I went to their company, did a physical on the company and the products, and we had a pretty long discussion about many of these issues. And I actually went to one of these golf stores, Golfsmith. They had a very big retail store in one of the western suburbs, and actually went to see how they're pushing these products. So from all of this, what I've concluded is, first of all, you have an amazing product. This is, I've never done much research in this area, but now that I've been working with you, I got really interested in this. I've been looking at all the competing products, and I can tell you the kind of features that you offer, the kinds of experiences that you offer, you're head and shoulders above all of the competition. So you should be commended for this, and you have an amazing product. And this whole strategy of you have traditionally been selling most of your golf apps through the e-commerce channel, which has been pretty successful, but you wanted more growth in that area. But this idea of piggybacking on Cleveland Golf in the physical retail stores and creating a new source of customers is again a brilliant strategy. What I concluded is your company is creating enormous amount of value, huge value, to quote Donald Trump. Huge. You're creating huge value. However,
8.9 billion.
Sold.
However, what is happening is most of that value that you're generating is going to Cleveland Golf and not to you. You're helping them sell their golf wedges in, I know, hundreds of thousands of them going through, because when you walk into the store, there's this big driving range, and there's a part of the driving range is dedicated for Cleveland Golf. And I saw customers, or prospective customers, actually trying out those Cleveland wedges using your Swingbyte apps and fitting, getting the right fit for their wedges and walking out very happy with their. But then why is that happiness with the Cleveland purchase not translating into higher sales for you? It's because one of the first things you talked about, the POP display in the retail store. They have this massive display there, and it talks about Cleveland Golf, amazing wedge analyzer, get this while stocks last. And then at the very bottom of the POP display, there was in extremely tiny letters, powered by Swingbyte. It's almost so small that the customers don't even notice. There's no awareness that, in fact, that amazing the wedge, analyzer was actually created by you. I mean, it was for most of those customers probably walk out thinking that this is a Cleveland Golf product. So one, it's not creating brand awareness for you, where they would, after the sale, go home and log on to the Swingbyte website and buy your other apps. A second thing is, consumers don't seem to have an incentive right now to go to the web and explore the Swingbyte app and potentially purchase. A third problem I notice is the salespeople there know a lot about the Cleveland Golf clubs. They know about the wedge analyzer. They're actually helping the customers go through that, but they don't talk about Swingbyte at all. And they don't know anything else that you guys make. So here are the three problems. You need to create more brand awareness in the store, create much better POP displays where the Swingbyte name is much more prominently displayed. Even on the website, the Cleveland Golf website, there should be a lot more exposure for Swingbyte. Secondly, give a little incentive to the consumer, maybe a coupon along with their Cleveland Golf Club purchase, which they can redeem to buy one of your apps. That'll motivate them to go to the e-commerce channel. Give some incentive to the salespeople and certainly some training in all the other things that you do. So if you can do those three things, I see it's more of an execution problem rather than strategy. The strategy is great. It's just the implementation and the execution of the strategy. If you can do those simple things, I can see your problems disappear very soon. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Terrific. I love that you went in the store to really give a great diagnosis. That's terrific.
So I hate to burst your bubble, and this is why we have second opinions.
Yes.
I think you got the wrong business model, the wrong partner, and the wrong channel. Okay.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all. You have a great product.
He didn't say the wrong CEO, though, so that's a good thing.
Your addressable market is limited to Cleveland Golf. Why should it be? Why not go to a golf clinic or a partner who gives you the entire, you want to be an arms dealer to everybody. You're limiting yourself. Also, in today's world, the whole world is moving towards services. What is a product? A product is a service delivery platform. You give away the product, you monetize the service. You're monetizing the product, and you're giving the app away for free. If you didn't ask the question, how do I actually improve my swing? I need to keep hacking away at it. What if you extend your app to provide advice on an ongoing basis? The key in scaling a business is annuity, annuity, annuity. Create a subscription service that for $5 a month, I'll give you continuous feedback on how to improve your swing. Third, how often do you fit wedges? Once. How often do you take golf lessons? Lots of times. So you're going to get one transaction. You have to, and the other thing to scale a business is you have to create something that is very frequent, the frequency of the transaction. So I would say go out to golf clinics, go out to golf pros, go out to the people who are going to be not just Cleveland, but everybody else. Why are you creating such expensive point of purchase displays in the retail store? That's the wrong location. And monetize the service. So I'm sorry to completely throw you on a loop, but I think you've got a fantastic product, but you will not be able to scale with this.
Thank you.
What they're trying to, I thought that the business model was to try to generate increased awareness through the retail presence. So it's actually supplementing the e-commerce channel. So they can do some of the things that you asked them to do, but at the same time, this is by following some of the ideas that I gave you, you could probably better leverage this relationship. I mean, as a small company, as an emerging company, this is an excellent opportunity for you to get to be a nationally, internationally well-known brand by co-branding with a leading brand in the marketplace.
Terrific. Any other quick recommendations by the other two doctors?
Yes, as a doctor who grew up on a golf course and spent a lot of time in golf, and
I think all doctors do, right?
We'll never get near it today because I grew out of it. You might find that this kind of technology actually has application in a place where they're spending 10 times more to go to some place, some destination, and actually do a similar thing, and that's in sporting clays. You would mount this on the end of a shotgun, right? And you would help everyone swing through and hit the target. And the people that do sporting clays spend a lot more money at that game. So that would pick up on the consulting model and pick up on this. This is just a niche sort of approach that is an expansion perspective.
Great, appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, and we've talked before, and I agree that there are other markets where there is a lot of money where you could kind of deploy this. But sticking with the golf, I would say working a partnership with the store so that Swingbyte can provide input on every club and not just one club might be a way to go.
Great, thank you guys very much.
Terrific. So golfers and non-golfers alike, any thoughts, any recommendations? Let's start over here.
I don't have a thought or suggestion as much as I have a question for you. I think it's interesting if you look at the life cycle of Swingbyte, and I want to get your feedback and your assessment on the initial relationship with Cleveland, what the thoughts were in bridging that relationship, how that relationship then materialized to the point where you're now looking at different channels. It seems as though what was good at one stage to help you scale now potentially seems to be marginalizing as per one of the comments. And forgive me if I'm simplifying that, but can you just guide through that thought process of the initial and now current relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I think we looked at it as a marketing opportunity more than anything. We do have other channels other than just the retail floors that have traditionally been better for us, to be honest with you. But we saw this as an opportunity of leveraging the marketing and branding power of a much bigger company, that's owned by an even much bigger company, so that we could build awareness for our product. Because one issue that we have just generally is there's a lot of people in here that raised their hand that said they were golfers. A lot of them don't know we exist. And we've been out for a couple of years. So, awareness is a big thing for us. And certainly the main driver behind this project was so people, at least golfers, know who we are, recognize the Swingbyte brand, so that as we, build more products, build more features, look at reoccurring revenue models, we actually, have a brand to stand behind that. Does that answer your question, Jay? We can talk later.
Terrific. One more over here.
All right. Yeah, I echo some of the doctor's comments. I think you should get out of retail. You should get out of your partnership with Cleveland. You should be. There's 31,000 golf courses worldwide. That's a lot more opportunities. That's where I'm spending my money. That's where the golfers are spending their money. If I'm with a foursome and I've got that technology and I'm doing that and I'm using it and I'm comparing, you compare the results of some of the professional golfers to what my swing is, so I can improve my swing. I can help socially increase your awareness. And I think that that's how you have to get your awareness out there, is through the golf courses and get your brand out there itself.
Yeah, and thank you for that. And to add a little more color, part of what Cleveland does for us is, as we talk about those hundreds of locations, a lot of them are at golf courses as well. They're not just the national retailers. They're using their 60-person sales force to actually go into those golf clubs that you're talking about to help us reach those spots as well.
Terrific. Okay, one more quick one.
Yeah, one thing I thought about is that, have you thought about putting a QR code and just drive the people? Because when they walked away, they got the perfect wedge, but they still don't know if they're improving the game like one of the doctors suggested. So get them to go there. They're not going to get any data. So now you can do a try and buy kind of thing, right? And then create that service so that you start getting the transactions. So that would be one thought I have. And then the other one is, I don't know if you can approach the manufacturers and reduce the size and maybe put that right on the wedge or putter or whatever you're buying, and then get them to get a hook on it, and then get your app, start using the app and as a platform. And maybe even use the gamification, right? You can challenge your friends we are all improving our games, right? So those are a couple of thoughts I have.
Absolutely. Thanks.